In round 9 of the 2025 Sinkfield Cup, the Grand Chess Tour delivers a heavyweight clash as Fabiano Caruana faces Gukesh. The game begins with a classical Italian setup, where Fabiano Caruana chooses a solid, flexible structure with d3 and c3, prioritizing long-term positional pressure over early confrontation. Gukesh responds in a principled manner, developing harmoniously and preparing queenside expansion with a6 and ba7. The position remains balanced through the opening, with both sides castling safely and completing development without committing to early tactical complications. The first structural tension arises after 9.b4 and 13.b6. Caruana's exchange on e6 simplifies the center and removes black's active bishop, subtly aiming for slightly more comfortable piece play. Gukesh responds accurately, accepting the queen trade and transitioning into a middle game where piece coordination and pawn structure become critical. After 15 re8 and 16 b5, black gains space on the queenside, while white prepares central and queenside activity with nb3, bd2, and rec1. The game sharpens with 18.c4, where Caruana challenges black's queenside structure. Gukesh correctly reacts with bxc4 and follows up with the thematic d5 break, equalizing central space and activating his pieces. After 20.exd5 next 5, black achieves good piece coordination, but white keeps dynamic balance through active rook placement and central pressure. The maneuvering phase that follows, especially from moves 21 to 30, shows high-level positional understanding from both players. Caruana steadily improves piece activity, while Gukesh focuses on centralization and king safety, bringing his king to f7 at the right moment. The critical moment comes around 31, nxb4, where Gukesh wins a pawn but allows white's pieces to become very active. Caruana immediately capitalizes with 32.bxb4 and then penetrates with 33.re7+, forcing black into a more defensive posture. From this point onward, white's rooks dominate the open files and 7th rank, creating constant threats against black's pawns and king. Although Gukesh tries to generate counterplay with rxb4 and later rook activity on the king side, white's coordination remains superior. The rook endgame from move 36 onward highlights Caruana's technical strength. He simplifies carefully, trades where advantageous, and maintains active rooks, while Gukesh's king is forced into repetitive defensive moves. The repeated rook checks and lateral rook maneuvers reflect a position where black cannot make progress without risking collapse, and white has no need to overpress. The repetition around moves 40 to 44 confirms that despite white's activity and pressure, black's defensive resources are sufficient to hold.